closer look at this new proposal from economist Mark Zandi. Mark, how are you this morning?
Good morning.
We should probably call this Mortgage Relief Plan 2.0. The first one didn't work very well. From the outset, how does this one look to you?
I'm encouraged. This is very significant, lots of different aspects to this, so I think it could make a big difference.
From the standpoint of who this will help the most, there are so many people out there with bad mortgages, with adjustable rate mortgages, people who had, sort of these marginal ones to begin with. Is this who it's going to help, or is it even bigger than that?
Well, it's certainly going to help all those folks that are unemployed, particularly the temporarily unemployed, and that is millions of people. We've got a 10% unemployment rate. And of course, it also helps many homeowners that are underwater. Their value of their home is less than the debt they owe on that home. And by my calculation, there are 15 million homeowners in that predicament. So this could be quite significant.
From the standpoint of the first program, which only ended up helping, I think, about 170,000 people, this really was a failure. Is this that much better?
Yeah, I think it could be. As you point out, the first plan really did not get going. It did not work. But this is much expanded. I think the pool of potential borrowers that could be benefited by this. And also, there's much larger incentives for the lenders to participate. So you bring this all together, and I think it will at least double, perhaps even triple the number of homeowners that will ultimately benefit from foreclosure mitigation.
From what you can see, is it open to abuse?
Yeah, I mean, that's the main criticism. I mean, there are going to be people who take advantage of this that could make their mortgage payment, but decide that they're going to try to get this principal write-down. So that's the so-called moral hazard problem. That's probably the main criticism of this plan. And
if I'm in a neighborhood and I have my job, I've managed to keep my job, I've kept paying my mortgage, should I begrudge the people who would be taking advantage of this, or is the fact is that it's this rising tide could float all boats?
Yeah, great question. A lot of people are going to consider this to be unfair, and frankly, it is unfair. There are going to be many homeowners that are working really hard to make their mortgage payments, and they're not going to qualify for this plan or get into this plan. But at the end of the day, I think if we help these homeowners stay in their homes, that's going to stop the house price declines, get this economy going, get some job growth, and we will all benefit as a result.
There you go. Mark Zandi, thank you very much for your expertise. As always, do appreciate it, sir.
Thank you.
A lot happens early on The Early Show, weekday mornings on CBS.